Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to today's webinar podcast presented by Strength Skill Development Institute, Canada, on a very important topic, ethics rooted in faith. My name is Aziz Ahmed Hayat, and I'll be your facilitator, presenter for today. Prior to starting today's presentation, I would like to thank my dear friend Dr. Ghulam Abbas, a scholar and a philosopher, for helping me in developing this particular module on code and ethics. आज का जो सेमिनार या वेबिनार है वो एक इंतहाई इम्पोर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट पे है, एथिक्स रूटेड इन फेथ। आज के इस वेबिनार में हम ये डिस्कस करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि एथिक्स का इनफरादी ज़िंदगी में, इज्तिमाइयत में, कौमी ज़िंदगियों में, सोसाइटीज़ में और ममालिक के लिए ये कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है। प्राइम मिनिस्टर इमरान खान अक्सर मदीनतुल मुनव्वरा का मॉडल का ज़िक्र करते हैं, जिसकी बुनियादें रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने रखी थी। आजकल हम ये देख रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान बहुत सारे मसाइल का शिकार है, बहुत सारे क्राइसिस में गिरा हुआ है, जिनमें सबसे बड़ा मसला या सबसे बड़ा क्राइसिस जो है वो हमारे एथिक्स और कोड्स का है, हमारे कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट का है, कोड ऑफ एथिक्स का है। सो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग टुडे some basic principle, some basic roots, how the societies, how the organization, and what principles, what should be the foundations for establishing and building their code of conduct, code of ethics in their respective organizations. Prior to proceeding further, let's understand some important terms and their meanings, such as faith. In religious term, faith is linked to the hereafter, but we can see reflections of faith in many societies, in many individuals. In Abrahamic traditions like Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, the faith is based on the concepts of the one God, and the mission of all the prophets to engage faith to improve the societies. Whereas religion is a code of conduct, a language made up of primarily symbols and metaphors that allows a person of faith to express religion which fundamentally cannot be expressed. मैं इसमें ये कहने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि फेथ जो है उसका ताल्लुक़ आपके आक़िबत से है, दूसरी दुनिया से है। आपका ताल्लुक़ अल्लाह सुब्हान व तआला से है, जबकि रिलीजन जो है एक कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है। एथिक्स is the investigation and analysis of moral principles and dilemmas. The term ethics can also refer to rules or guidelines that establish what conduct is right and wrong for individuals and for groups. For example, the codes of conduct express relevant ethical standards for professionals in many fields such as medicine, law, journalism, accounting, hospitality, construction industry, politics. Please refer the last slide of this presentation to understand the meanings of all those important terms, which will be very beneficial to understand the whole presentation. I am again representing this slide on journey and soft skills, general skills and soft skills, which are not only important for developing a code of conduct for that particular business or profession, but also for success of that business, for individuals, for organizations. Genetic skills were initially introduced by the Canadian Employment and Immigration Commission to identify work behaviors that are fundamental to the performance of a wide range of occupations. Islam is a perfect religion, and it provides a complete code of guidance in all human activities, and it also lays down guidelines regarding the conduct of man in his relationship with his fellow beings, ways of communication, collective work, problem solving, and lifelong learning and personality development. About ethics, we talk about the code of ethics or code of conduct. So what is ethics? Ethics are the values and principles that guide the individual behaviors and organizations in relation to their responsibilities and decision making. The code of ethics or a code of conduct is a written statement or regarding the values and principles of an organization that guides all the stakeholders of the organization in its responsibilities and duties towards other stakeholders of the organization. And a stakeholder is any person, a group, an entity, any other organization that has an interest in the business. The faith-based codes and ethics tree will only flourish if you put those 7 ingredients shown in this slide. Those ingredients are justice, adl, mezan, balance, amana, custodianship, wasat, middleness, haq, truthfulness, tahara, purity, ilm nafi, the knowledge and science which is good for human and for this earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, and turn not your face away from people with pride, nor walk in insolence through the earth. Verily, God likes not each arrogant boaster. And be moderate, or show no insolence in your walking, and lower your voice. The code of conduct developed and established based on those 7 principles shown in this presentation will be the one of the best code of conduct for individuals, for organizations, for every professional field including medicine, politics, construction and other fields. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase your tawfiqat to follow those 7 principles. There are few religions like Buddhism. They have developed their code of conduct based on their ethical principles, such as love, respect, trustworthy, respectful, responsible, fair and just, caring, and good citizens. According to a dictionary, values are things that have an intrinsic worth in usefulness or importance to the possessor. People also tend to believe that those values are right because they are the values of their particular culture. Conflict can result when people have different values, leading to a clash of preferences and priorities. Some values have intrinsic worth such as love, truth, and freedom. Other values such as ambition, responsibility, and courage describes traits or behavior that are instrumental as a means to an end. Whether values are scared, have intrinsic worth, or a means to an end. Values can among individuals. Values vary among individuals and across cultures and time. However, values are universally recognized as a driving force in ethical decision making. A person who knows the difference between right and wrong and chooses right is moral. A person whose morality is reflected in his willingness to do the right things, even if it is hard or dangerous, is ethical. Ethics are moral values in action. Compliance-based code of conducts or code of ethics are developed to ensure that the businesses and its employees and all the stakeholders follow the laws, regulations, rules of the country or the industry or the profession where you are working, such as health and safety. There are three key elements regulate this compliance-based code of conduct. And those three elements are prevention, detection, and punishment for non-compliant behavior. So one has to face a serious legal consequences, legal actions for non-compliance of those rules and regulations, such as heavy fines, penalties, potential legal action against that person or a company or organization. Some of the industries are highly regulated industries for compliance, such as health, financial sector, and banking, for example, healthcare, senior care giver providers. These are considered to be highly ethical and compliance-based industries. जब हम रियासत मदीना मॉडल की बात करते हैं, जो अक्सर हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर इमरान खान इसका हवाला देते हैं, तो ये मॉडल क्या है? इस मॉडल का बुनियादी मकसद कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग, इंसान साजी। इसकी बुनियादी वजह क्या थी कि कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग पे हमारे रसूल, जिन पे हमारी जानें, माल, औलाद सब कुर्बान हो, उन्होंने इसको इतनी अहमियत क्यों दी? इसलिए कि इंसान ही इंसानों को तहफ़्फ़ुज़ देता है, इंसाफ देता है, इज़्ज़त देता है और उस इंसान की लुक आफ्टर करता है। जिनमें गरीब गुरबा है, यतीम है, कमज़ोर नादार हैं, वीक हैं। जब हम इस मॉडल का मुताला करते हैं तो मुझे इसके अंदर 12 सुनहरे उसूल, 12 बुनियादें नज़र आती हैं, जो कि आप स्क्रीन पे देखते हैं, जिनमें जस्टिस है, ऑनेस्टी है, अकाउंटेबिलिटी है, एथिकल प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, एथिकल प्रैक्टिसेस हैं, डिग्निटी, रिस्पेक्ट फॉर ऑल, जेनरोसिटी ऑफ टाइम, नॉलेज एंड मीन्स मनी मटीरियल, और विजडम यानी दानाई से प्रॉब्लम्स के नए सॉल्यूशंस, क्रिएटिव सॉल्यूशंस निकालना शामिल है। इंशाल्लाह विल बी डिस्कसिंग practical models on 3 subjects: ethics and code of conduct for businesses, ethics and code of conduct for food and hotel industry, ethics and code of conduct for construction industry. ये तमाम जो मॉडल्स हैं ये प्रैक्टिकल मॉडल्स हैं और आई एम श्योर कि इससे आप बहुत मुस्तफ़ीद होंगे, बहुत फ़ायदा होगा आपको। Stay tuned for our next webinar. Have a blessed and happy day. اللہ سبحانہ و تعالیٰ آپ سب کو اپنے حفظ و امان میں رکھے، آمین۔